Morning, everybody. Day 30, Mountains to Sea Trail. So yeah, last night, before we get into today, made it into that state campground. It has like 60 tent sites, of which 3 were taken. So when going into one of those like state campgrounds, or really any campground, and I'm just coming in for the night, I try to pick the spot, the tent pad, that is the closest to the restroom, or in these state parks here in North Carolina, they have showers, bathhouses. Mostly because I've been walking 20 plus miles all day. I don't need to walk a half a mile to get to a restroom. So the other 3 spots that were taken, one of them was the very next site over. So I wound up being the closest one. And there was already a tent in this other one, although there was no one there. So I set up and, did my thing. And that person wasn't there when the sun went down. But you know who was there? The Papa John's delivery driver. So, there was a Papa John's 4 miles away. I said, called them up. I'm like, you guys deliver to a campground? They're like, hell yeah. So, got me a medium pizza. And I don't know, I don't have the eating capabilities, or really capacity, that I did when I was on the Arizona Trail. When I was on the Arizona Trail, I had a pizza place delivered to a trailhead, and I ate a large pizza in like 7 minutes. It was absurd. I ordered a medium pizza from Papa John's, and I could only eat 6 pieces, and some soda, and some little cinnamon bites. So maybe it was the equivalent, but I don't know. I feel like I can't eat what I used to. I don't know if that upsets me or excites me. Probably the latter. So anyway, I had my pizza, had all my goodies, and it was dark out. Took a shower, which was very needed. I should have showered with my damn clothes on, but and went to sleep. I was knocked out of sleep by 8 o'clock, and I don't know, around 11, this person in the area, the tent site next to me, shows up, and they were quiet. They weren't disrespectful or anything. Just doing their thing, eating a little food, getting into their tent, settling down for a good night's sleep, which was all fine until this individual started snoring. And I don't just mean snoring. I mean, dude was sawing logs. Like the kind of snoring that is so severe. Like I have earplugs with me. Put the earplugs in, no difference. I put my earpods in and played like rain, white noise in the background, no difference. Like this dude was in my tent with me. Like the kind of snoring that starts low, but like high pitches at the end, and I'm like, this is insane. So I said, I can just sit here and whine about it and, blast music into my ear to try to not listen to it. I said, or I can take 30 minutes, even though it's midnight, and just pack my stuff up and move further away where I can't hear it. So I chose the latter. More short-term pain, less long-term pain. And just cleared everything heavy out of my tent and left it. I just unstaked it and completely structured, just lifted the whole thing up and walked about 100 yards away. And oddly, I was able to do all of that in like 18 minutes, and it worked out really well. And got aside from the disturbance and having to move, wound up getting a good night's sleep. So, screw you, Mr. Snore Man. I got a good night's sleep anyway. All right, so never did fill you in on what today's agenda is. Still plugging away here on day 4 of this 120-mile stretch. And again, it serves me no benefit to push crazy days and get in early. So, again, we're trying to do 21-ish mile days. That leaves the final day a little short, like around 15, which is just about ideal. So today's another 21-mile day. 21's is what it is, 21 miles. We are getting close to November, so daylight is short. So that makes 21's, not easy, but not hard. With just really about 10 hours worth of hikeable light. 10? Nah, 11. Whatever. So yeah, that's on the agenda for today. The trail is roughly the same as it's been for the last couple of days. Just skirting this ridiculously large lake. What's funny is I think, we go along this lake for, like 70 miles and on the trail. It's probably only 10 bloody miles as a crow flies, but they are taking this trail through every damn nook and cranny that there is. And there's a lot. It's like Thomas's English muffin. I'll edit that out. So yeah. So today's finishing up pretty decently. There's been a lot of roots today. A lot of roots. My feet are kind of battered and beat up a little bit. Been a lot of beech trees, and whenever there's beech trees, there's always going to be lots of roots near the surface. Getting close to the end of the segment here, a couple of miles away. Get obviously towards the end of the day. If I go about a mile into the next segment and then get off the trail, there's a bar and grill about half a mile from the trail. So getting to said bar and grill, not a problem. Just gotta hike an extra mile and a half. That's doable. The problem is then you sit down, you have a beer, burger. Now you gotta go out and find a place to pitch your tent in the dark, not knowing if there's viable spots anywhere around there. So I'm gonna head that way and just kind of do some reconnaissance, because I'll be stealth camping tonight anyway, and just kind of see if there's plenty of spots that are very stealthy. Then I can hop off trail, get some town food, and then go back into the woods and set up in the dark. Not a problem. But I don't want to be night hiking for like a mile or two looking for a spot, after dark. That kind of bites. So anyway, keep you posted. Seriously, with the roots today. This is a tree root, and the trail's been littered with it, and it apparently keeps trying to grow things, I think specifically to trip up hikers.